coming to you live from the land of chlamydia-ridden koalas. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to episode 138 of the Destiny Down Under podcast. I, as every week, am joined by Mylan Games and real-time Vape Lord Sloth, who's yawning at the fucking camera. G'day, everyone, and welcome. It feels like it's been an absurdly long time since we did the podcast because we did it Friday night last week, and this is a Sunday. Like, it just felt...
Mate, yeah, we're at a week and a half almost.
I mean, fucking reliable content. Just get it out on time, boys.
Yeah.
Just fucking... Consistency is key, and the consistency is that
Look
it's
at
always
your fucking
average.
hair.
What?
Stand closer to the fucking lawnmower next time you get your hair cut, Matt.
Oh, see, you thought he was talking to...
I thought you were talking to me. I was just like...
I don't know why everyone gives
Nah,
me...
you fucking...
What do you want me to do?
You look like a
You want
true
me to-
Novocastrian, mate.
Do you want me to
Yeah,
comb?
fucking-
Is that what you want? Do you want me to go to...
No.
You want me to be
I
Obi-Wan?
want you to fucking... Look, get your fucking
Shut up
beard
for a
brush
second.
and fucking brush your damn hair.
Okay, look. When I used to have long hair...
Yeah, you can't win
When I
that.
used
Don't
to
worry
have
about
long
it.
hair, you used to call me a fucking hipster cunt, right?
You are a fucking hipster.
And then when I shaved it and had it combed, you called me Obi-Wan Kenobi. And now that it's messy, you're still yelling at me.
Yeah, but
I
you,
can never make you.
Matt, you're taking pot shots from a dude whose head looks like a fucking egg. Don't worry about it. He's just jealous. Look at him. Look at him. Fucking, you know, we were sitting here before we went live. I don't often tell some of the horrific things that happen before the podcast goes live, but Sloth was sitting there with this really wholesome smile on his face, and it was genuinely making me and Matt fucking nervous. Because normally when Sloth's got a smile on his face, it means he's about to absolutely fuck someone over. I've just realised also it's only 137 episodes of the podcast. I misspoke.
What did you say?
How
38?
dusty
I said
are you this
138.
morning?
I'm not dusty at all.
How
I've just
dusty?
been up with the little one a lot last night. We had a rough night, but yeah, these things happen. Mate. These things happen. Shit happens.
Oh, you got the flu or something, mate.
No.
It's just racking up.
No. I woke up this morning and my fucking nose was leaking. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I ended up, just getting that Vicks vapor spray and just sticking it up, up each nostril and just giving it a few bursts. But
It's pretty
I'm
strong
awake
shit.
now.
That can you see the future? You know what it is? It's radio.
Mate, I can.
It's fucking radiolaria. It's the Vex jizz.
You can see.
Anyway, Matt's been on the old Vicks spray as well, and he's going to talk later in the episode about some black fucking garden theories. So there's a little segue there. But look, we want to address something before we fucking go any further in the show. Yeah. Slothy needs to address something. I'm going to play some sad music because I can. And Sloth needs to quickly just address something that was said on last week's podcast that might not have been true.
Last week I made the mistake of not researching any sort of content. I'm going to mute you. Mute. There we go. I'm going to researching some lack of research on content. I actually fucking fucked up. And so I said that the titles are going away, and that was a mistake. The titles aren't going away. Only the MCV
2019
title. No, I can't hear you. You're still muted, cunt. Yeah, the titles aren't going away. Just the Solstice of Heroes title. So that's my mistake. I made a fuck up. addressed it on Twitter and all that sort of thing. So just in case you're in the YouTube comments and all that sort of shit, saying, "Oh fuck, we have titles go." No, they're not going away. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right, you can stop now, cunt.
Yeah, all right. No. Slothy, I know you muted me because you didn't want to hear the music, but it made it beautiful, man.
I'm glad.
It's one of those touchstone moments that I can see being a strong contribution to the next. Remember when we did the montage of 100 episodes?
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, someone clip that, please. Make my life easy.
Oh fuck! I'll tell you what, 200 episodes. If we haven't killed each other by then, there's going to be some content there. I'll tell you what. No, I mean I'm human. I make fuck ups most of the time. You know, shit happens. I promise that I will do no research into the future. Anyway,
Jesus, Slot's beak's just giving him drama.
So last week we just had burping in the microphone the whole time.
Welcome to bodily fluids down under.
This is going to be Sloth fucking snorting in the microphone for 2 hours.
All right, well, let's quickly just talk. How's everyone's week been? What have we all been up to? Matt, you're eating processed meats again. Your life's all gone wrong, has it?
So, just life tip for those. When I first moved out of my parents' home, this was a meal. You get a bit of cheese, you roll it in some salami, and that's the meal. And I've been paving all morning because all the pipes and the plumber was still exposed. And I haven't had time to eat. So I just thought I'd pull out the old uni trick 101. We're back to processed meats and cheese.
Fuck. So save all your money. Basically, eat your noodles. Eat mee goreng noodles. That's what I did.
I'll tell you what, like
mee goreng noodles, salami and cheese, and then spend the rest of your money on alcohol because that's the only way to get through the education system in Australia. It's beautiful.
I never went to university, and I think that much is evident. But I when I was living by myself for a while, I lived on fucking cans of tuna and mee goreng noodles, meat pies, and beer. It's fucking cheap as fuck. Yeah. People complaining these days that food prices are so high and all that sort of shit. Well, first of all, vote in the Labor government, you cunts, and then second of all, just go down and buy cheap shit.
Slothy,
you don't need a gym membership.
You can't do that. You can't do that as a grown man, but like I used to do that shit as well. But as a fucking adult, you can't do that shit because you just end up with like gout.
Bullshit.
You just end up with fucking gout. Trust me, I've been on the fucking. You know what? Like this last weekend, Rach was away for the weekend. She was down in Sydney with the family and stuff, and I had both of the kids, and I was just here by myself. I didn't stream last Saturday night because it was just too much. But I'm listening to this story right now. I ate nothing but English muffins for 2 days. Just English muffin with a bit of cheese on it. The kids fed like kids ate like kings, cooking fucking whatever they want. And then by the time they're in bed, I'm just I'll just have fucking English muffins because it can't be fucked. It's amazing how quickly we revert to the fucking morons we used to be, right?
Danny and
what do you mean revert?
Look, if you want to reinvigorate the mee goreng train,
yeah,
Danny and I went to like one of those like Asian shops, and where they have all the like imported, all the different brands, and we just had a mee goreng night and just got like a whole bunch of different. No, like every aisle was like different noodles, different pot noodles you can get.
Oh, I tell you what, I can't remember the brand of them, but there's this like red and black, like the whole packet is just red and black, and it's full. I think it's got Chinese writing on it or something like that.
Yeah,
and it could fucking wake the dead on how fucking spicy that is. Mate. It could fucking bring tears. It could bring tears.
You got to tread lightly
tears to the fucking mountain.
You got to tread lightly.
Like,
holy shit.
It's like getting kicked in the dick with a donkey, you know, like it's
not even chili hot either. Like I can handle hot chili. There's just something about it. It's
hot.
It's like the wasabi hot of just like there's no particular flavor to it. It'll just blow your fucking head off.
Have I ever told you the fucking wasabi story when
Look,
I
you
was
know
at
what?
TAFE?
How about we save that for the end and we talk about Destiny and then we'll tell wasabi stories at the back end of the show.
And the other thing is, sloth stories usually aren't appropriate for fucking anyone.
No, it's appropriate. It's appropriate. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, they're normally
Yeah,
like
okay.
horrific shit like fucking waffle stomping or whatever the fuck else.
I don't know. Did I tell a story about old matey and the Rat Pack cheese?
Yes, you
I've
did.
heard that
I've heard it.
so
I've heard
many
that.
times.
Did I tell that on the podcast, or I just tell
you're
you
not telling
guys
it on the
that one?
podcast. I will mute you. On a podcast where the word cunt gets bandied around like nobody's business, there's still fucking a line. Or maybe there's just a
so
circle that we've
resistant.
drawn around that particular fucking story. Anyway, let's dive into some fucking Destiny news before my log power sloth gets the shit in the comments.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong button. Rick's face just
think
popped
you
up
hit
for a second there.
Whose face?
Rick's.
Rick's face just flashed on the screen.
I really need to put that fucking further down the scenes list. Anyway,
Hi, Rick.
professional outfit.
Oh, just get a fucking stream deck, you dumb.
I need
prick.
to.
Oh, fuck.
I
I'll
do
send you
need
this
to.
stream. I'll send you this stream deck. I'll send you
Yeah,
this
why
stream
not?
deck. It's fine.
Yep, whatever.
Hey, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, the news. This week at Bungie, 8th of the 8th, 2019. We don't have to worry about dates this week because it's the fucking same date. America, get your shit together.
It's good. No, it works.
Right. Deej brought some heat towards Titans that even a Titan could move from Battle.net to Steam.
So easy, even a Titan
Fuck
can
you.
do it. The
Yeah.
end of that video is
so they've got
amazing, though. I'd recommend to anyone who hasn't
Yeah.
watched the actual little announcement video for the fucking transition to Steam to watch it just for the pure 3 seconds of machinima gold at the back end of it. What? Anyway.
So the video's there in the TWAB, and then you've got links to the bungie.net/PC move and bungie.net/cross-save if you guys want to check that out. The cross-save, this is a resource for players who know they'll be playing Destiny 2 in more than one place this fall. Cross-save will finally let us unify our adventures across many platforms. The launch of cross-save is planned for August 21st, but before that happens, check out the new information we're serving up on how it will work and what you'll be able to bring with you if you've been nurturing Guardians for more than one account. You'll have some choices to make. I was chatting to the boys about this the other day. I'm playing some hovercrotch as I do. Instead of moving my Xbox account to PC,
Yeah.
what I might do is have my PC account, have Sloth as my PC account, but actually use New Light to bring my Xbox account to PC.
You mean to deparent and have a second account?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maxie's idea.
Yeah. Yeah, Max's idea.
Wait, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah, that's what's...
So
like-
we were thinking about it the other night, and basically what we could do instead of just having one profile and then two redundant profiles is to deparent both of your fucking secondary profiles. So then you've got two alts that are all your same character that you can all have on the fucking thing. But this is obviously something that only really matters for people who have the time to play with more than one account, which is sure as fuck not me. So there's that.
Yeah. What? Why are you confused, cunt?
I don't know what this deparent. What do you mean by
I just- that's just a word
unlinking your Xbox account from your Bungie account.
okay? And then what?
Yeah.
And then you can have
make
numerous accounts.
a new account with Destiny New Light, and link your Xbox account, or for you, your PlayStation account, to that PC account. So then you don't lose out on veteran dialogue, your old characters, blah, 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 blah.
I will say the one thing about
So
the
you're
whole...
just saying to use New Light to get your Xbox gear up to scratch, just
Yeah,
before you
to
transfer.
use it as
Yeah.
a second account rather than have it sit there and be completely dormant for the rest of time because no one's going to fucking bother unlocking it. If
Because you don't have multiple characters.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's.
Okay.
I don't think it'd be of benefit to anyone who isn't like super fucking into it, right? Like for me, I'm not going to do it. The other thing I think that I noticed with the cross save thing is it's a little bit misleading, where it's got the little infographic that says link your accounts, setup is easy, and it says choose your characters. What it really should say is choose your profile, because you don't get to choose which characters you transition, right? It's really set by.
I wish you could.
So do I.
I wish you could,
but you can't. You know, like so. I think that's a bit of a misnomer, but I saw a bit of buzz around that, and I just wanted to clarify that it is pretty much definitely that you only select a particular console or platform, or a platform's account, and you get all three of the characters if you've got three there. So you can't mix and match from each fucking subset, which would have been beautiful, but that's not the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, that'd have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been very complicated.
That's a good one, TX Tree. Thank you, mate. And the 90-day thing, so you can only change what account is active every 90 days.
Yeah, that's a long time, man. When you think about it. So,
like, when I say that, the way that I interpret it when I read the 12 earlier on this week is that if you have PC as your main account, but you played on PS4 and you played on Xbox, and you've brought them over, and PC is your main account, you can only change which one is your main account, the one that you play on, every 90 days, if that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. So you can't have your PC and just go, oh, fuck, I feel like playing my PS4 characters today, and then go into PS4 and then go back to PC. That's 180 days that you have to wait before doing that.
It's pretty. It's 3 fucking months to be able to cycle that, which account holds fucking precedence.
More so.
I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure
but
what their concern is.
You can play on
with
your
that.
PlayStation, and then when you want to
it's just cycling that cross-save account. Takes that long.
So if you want to have all of your cross-save, all of your accounts on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, but you want to play your PC character on PlayStation, that's fine. Or your PC character on Xbox, that's fine. But if you wanted to play your Xbox account on PC, you can do that, but then it's 90 days before you can make any of the other accounts your main account. Does that make sense, Matty?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what it's trying to say. Yeah, it's hard saying like PC and Xbox because it's cross save now. It's really just you're nominating which characters are going to be
cross savable
main characters. So I'll be able to play my current Warlock on my Xbox and on my PlayStation.
Yep.
And my current Warlock on my Xbox, if I wanted to switch and make that my main character, I would have to wait 90 days before changing again.
Yeah.
Yes. Or after the first change. Yeah.
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 I wonder, like, I mean, it's obviously a reason for that, whether or not it's just the network management side of things. I don't want people flitting around, but that's a fucking long time. I've been trying to nut it out and figure out what
someone just said the clan thing, you know, you could be dipping in and taking your clan rewards and then dipping out, and you could cycle through three accounts. That'd you know, you could set it at 7 days and negate that. It's at 90. Like, I don't know. It just interests me. I'd love to know what the logic behind it being that long is, and I suspect that it's because they don't want to flood the network with just people switching shit around all the time. For the fuck.
That's it. Did you actually go through this FAQ?
A little bit, yeah.
Does Silver get merged with cross save? No.
That's really interesting. That Silver,
yeah, because that was PlayStation. That was that PlayStation. That was one of the barriers for PlayStation getting on board, because you buy Silver through the PlayStation Store. So
yeah, it's exactly the same as buying it through Battle.net or buying it through the Xbox Store.
Xbox, yeah.
Well, I just don't think they like.
They don't want to cross blue.
I don't know.
Oh, just shut the fuck up, Sony.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was something about the PlayStation Store and microtransactions and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Sony, you're a bunch of fucking numbers.
But I mean, I guess the good news is, and this is as we were talking about it last week, we had the bit of a hypothetical. We're going to get cross save before Shadowkeep. It comes in 10 days. So not this week, this reset coming, but the next reset, August 21st.
The reset after, yeah.
So we're going to have this little lead period where we're going to be able to have cross save on BattleNet before we all migrate to Steam on the 1st of October when Shadowkeep launches, which is, I guess it's one way of testing the water with it, but it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's something that we were talking about the other day, actually, if you remember, mate. Like, you know, I personally always thought that cross save would be only available on Steam because Activision didn't want to get involved with it because of the exclusivity contracts with PlayStation and all that sort of thing. Activision owning Blizzard.
I think that it's a Destiny function at this point. And like people have seen characters in the tower or whatever that have the little cross save thing next to it. It exists now. Like you can bump into Bungie folk testing this shit out now, and I think that it's basically it's become a function of the game and a function of Bungie.net. So more so than I don't think it's anything that Activision. I mean, I'm sure they're not sitting there going, "Oh, we don't want you to do this." You know, like they're whatever. It's Bungie out the door anyway, and it's not an issue. But it does interest me that this is what we're going to get. We're going to get this little lead period of fucking where we're going to be still on BattleNet and have the cross save. And I think it's cool. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to see who makes the jump before New Light. I'd recommend holding off and waiting for the free version, really, if you don't rush out and buy everything right now for fucking 2 weeks worth of playtime, or 6 weeks, worth of playtime. But hey, yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting. Now, the last thing on this that from the cross save FAQ is that how will cross save impact your clans? Now, the clan list. Clan listing the clan max is still 100.
Yep.
Now with a lot of I can only speak for TA. Now a lot of TA members make the move from console to PC because the PC like the grind from base Destiny 2 all the way up to where we are now is fucking ass. It is ass to try and catch up to everyone else. But with a lot of people making the move over, I wonder if Bungie are going to increase clan size.
I don't know. I don't think either way it matters because like we were talking about it the other day in our leadership group sort of thing. And we thought, well, look, we're not going to run into changing the structure of it or anything real in the short term. Like, well, you know, if they do increase the cap, that's ideal. Then we can just get everyone in the same clan. But because of those clan-based perks, I think they're going to remain separated. Like, if you had a clan of 300 people, the whole fucking clan rank system needs to instantly be reworked because you'd be doing it in fucking 5 minutes, right? Like, all of that shit goes out the window. But I think it's just going to be something that, like, if you're in a clan that has multiple platforms like what we do, it's really going to be either indicative of where you spend most of your time because for the most part, a lot of the Xbox boys will be spending most of their time on the Xbox. I'll be spending most of my time on PC, whether I'm going to or from or whatever. So I think for now, look at it that way. Look at it as a signifier of where you play most of your gaming.
No. It's just an interesting talking point, so to speak. Is that will Bungie be doing something along the lines of because the three of us we all three of us believe that Destiny 2 is best played on PC, and that's cool. That's fine. That's our opinion on it. And a lot of people hold the same opinion, and they just were waiting for cross save to happen before they made the move so they could take all their characters with them so they're not catching up to everyone else. I have a suspicious feeling that a lot of console clans will cease to exist and they'll go to PC. But the problem is that if they have very similar to TA and it's got a full Xbox clan and a full PC clan and a half full, quarter full fucking PlayStation 4 clan, a lot of people will move from the consoles to the PC. And without that extra clan number, it's just going to make things frustrating for leadership groups.
I don't know. Clans. I think it's one of those things where clans have always been a little bit of a back burner issue to all of this sort
They
of
are
stuff.
a back burner issue. Yeah, 100%.
But we'll see what happens with it. I mean,
A lot of people really like their clans, so that's the thing. Like, not everyone's fucking Lords of Law that has like a whole fucking 5 active members across all 3 platforms. But,
stung! How rude! You've outed him. You're just making sure he was listening. I'm on to you.
I was.
Why you do this to me?
Why you always do this to me?
Yeah, I mean,
Wanna play
look,
games later? Yeah, sure. Okay, bye.
we're friends. You pair are friends. You pair play. I fucking see you playing games all the time. I'm never on playing when you guys are on playing whatever the fucking stupid games you're playing. I'm playing in the proper nighttime hours. Fuck, I just feel left out and I'm sad about it.
Get
Anyway.
on this afternoon and let's play some fucking Vermintide, you dumb cunt.
I'd rather
I
spend
heard
time
there
with
was
my family.
a new update with that.
There's a new update.
Chris was telling me
Vermintide.
it was like
It's really
it was
fun.
like Left 4 Dead.
It's always been Left 4 Dead.
It's always
2,
been Left
just
4
in
Dead.
Warhammer
Left 4 Dead
skin.
with-
No, but it's only been co-op. You couldn't be monsters and shit and verse other people.
You can be monsters now. I could be a giant rat man.
Well, Chris was saying it's like Left 4 Dead as in PvP aspect of it.
I might have to fucking.
Have you done that, Sloth? or
No,
not?
I haven't.
I haven't seen the new expansion, unless he's talking about the brand new expansion. I haven't checked it out.
Oh, there you go. I don't
Anyway,
know.
thanks for that. That was Vermintide
Hey.
Down Under. Anyway.
on Friday night, so Insurgency Sandstorm has this fucking update where
Oh
it's
my god.
a squad versus a whole bunch of insurgents running at you with knives and fucking bombs and shit.
One shot hit melee kills.
one shot
basically.
hit melee kills and all that sort of thing. And
It is hilarious.
like I started the stream up and Matt was being chased like, help me! run, fuck. It's so much fun. I love that game. Anyway.
I'm fear of missing out. Yeah,
I'm
right.
just mad FOMO. Just pick on me. All right. So just rounding out the other things that were announced this week in the TWAB, we're going to get a kind of director's commentary from Luke Smith next week. By the sounds of it, they're going to be pretty lengthy reads. It's going to be in 2 stints. So just schedule yourself some time on the shitter to read that. Just work your way through it. Boy, you're passing your daily
Print it out,
motions.
fucking bind it and leave it in the
Leave it in the can.
bathroom.
Luke Smith's sermon. We are also going to get an armor customization preview live stream. So there's a little bit more about that later. And I'm absolutely chomping at the bit for this. Like that for me is I can't wait to fucking see what they're going to do with this armor system. We are going to get more Shadowkeep details at Gamescom, which is I think in a couple of weeks. How seasons will change in Destiny 2 Year 3. PvP reveal for Shadowkeep, which makes me tingle in the nethers because, I mean, for them to say that, it means they've done something for PvP, right?
I mean, yeah, if you got to call it a reveal, you got to have to fucking do something.
How good's it going to be? Here's the new map.
I tell you what, we've said it for the last couple of months. PvP in this game has been seriously
Yeah, it's stagnant.
neglected, and it is very stagnant. If the PvP reveal, now I know that they know that the PvP has been neglected, but if it's quite legitimately, here's a new map,
Nah, it won't
the
be.
entire community is going to fucking explode.
Yeah, it won't
Holy
be.
shit.
It won't
No, I
be. They
don't
wouldn't
think it
have.
will
They
be
wouldn't have
either,
put it
but-
in there if they didn't have something serious up their sleeve.
Yeah.
And there is also an invitation to the Crucible at PAX. So they're obviously running some live demos. So I'm tipping that there's going to be some significant changes coming in PvP, which are going to be so fucking welcome, man. Because, like, look, I've been playing heaps more PvP lately. I've been sort of putting my
What do you
shoulder
mean
to the.
lately?
Yeah, I mean, I have been. It's been what
That's
I've
all
been
you do.
wanting to do.
That's all you fucking do.
I played comp the other night with Keg. We're going to try and get him to his recluse.
And?
not that I'm helping him. I'm
No,
playing
no.
with Sass and
You
Maxi.
played comp with who?
With Sass and Maxi
Who
and
did you
Keg.
play comp?
Yeah, they're good. Honestly, I learned so
Don't
much just
act
from.
like you Don't
I
act like
wasn't.
you're the only, like you and Keg were the only people in that group.
I wasn't. Anyway, whatever.
Specifically leaving out details.
No, I wasn't. It was like a sentence, and I hadn't got to the end of it yet. I'm sure you fucking.
Yeah,
Do
sure,
you understand how they function?
You're full of shit.
Fucking
Yeah,
Queenslander.
nah, fuck you, log. I heard a full stopper there, mate.
I heard a full stop
fucking-
too.
I heard it.
I
Fucking cunts. What do I do this fucking shit?
You can try and fucking bullshit me, but when fucking Matt's up here telling you the same fucking thing.
And you know what? I normally defend log. I thought,
Nah, it's fine. You know.
let's fucking just jump on this fucking file.
I'm just down on the ground. Matt's come in with a dagger into the kid, and he just.
Right, Mod Squad.
You're that little fucking kid that stabbed Jon Snow, you fucking mongrel. Remember that 3 years ago? Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Mod Squad, moving on.
Many of you have asked us to elaborate on what we've referred to as Armor 2.0. Next week, we'll do just that, and we'll do it live. Armor customization preview live stream or building a better monster killing machine. August 14th, 2019, 10 a.m. Pacific, twitch.tv, Bungie, youtube.com, Bungie, mixer.com, Bungie. Fuck. They're going all out.
I'm actually a Facebook streamer, and I'm really offended it's not on Facebook.
Oh,
You've
fuck
been
up.
exclusion is bullying, as was said in the chat. Why aren't they fucking streaming on LinkedIn?
Yeah, where's the fucking MySpace streaming?
Come
Fucking
on.
hell.
For God's sake,
Streaming on
Bungie.
Twitter.
What was that What was that live stream that PewDiePie and Jack Black did? What website was that? Did you see that?
That was RedTube.
Yeah, fucking that website that lasted for a grand total of about 15 seconds before everyone just went, no.
I dare say there was a bit of money changing hands around that, but hey, that's the streaming business. It does look like there's some old favorites and stuff returning. I don't think we're going to lose really anything in terms of the mods, but it'll be really interesting to see how they stack up. There's a whole heap of ones there that look pretty unfamiliar too. I'm looking at the thing as it's fucking flashing as it does in the 12.
Yeah, flying past, yeah.
Traction's definitely there, so I'm sweet.
Tune in wherever you feel most at home to watch 3 developers from Bungie build their ideal Titan Hunter or Warlock. They'll apply mods, artifacts, and ornaments to build their own version of the perfect monster killing machine. Then we'll test those builds in the new sandbox. That little fucking that little line there, the perfect monster killing machine, reminds me of the Witcher 3 reveal trailers. What are you doing? Killing monsters.
Is that why is the monster killing machine thing so prevalent? I know that they said that in the Shadowkeep reveal.
I have no idea.
Who decided that we're that now? I mean, obviously someone with far more credence than me.
Dave Matthews.
I saw the best tweet was like they quoted building although they said something like every race in Destiny has a rich lore and backstory and culture, and then a quote, build a better monster killing machine.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. All right. Dave Samuels, Dave Matthews. Sorry, he doesn't have a Twitter. I'd
Very different
If he had a
people.
Twitter, I'd.
Very.
Dave Hughes. Hughesy.
No one knows who that is.
Right. Boss Hog, the Solstice of Heroes, is live for a limited time. You're all invited to the European Aerial Zone. Think of it as a summer vacation for some fabulous loot as a souvenir. Have you tricked out your dress uniform yet? No. Do you plan to? No. One of the mission parameters is to defeat 100 mini bosses. Some of you expressed that this is a few too many boss fights. Upon further analysis, we have agreed. The total expectation is being revised down from 100 to 50. The change goes live next week. If you've been struggling to hit this milestone, help is on the way. If you've already hit it, please go easy on your fellow Guardians who pleaded for mercy. Now we come to the part where I pass the mic to our play support team. Blah, 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 blah. So if you're one of those people that goes, I did it when it was hard and you need to do it when it was hard, go fuck yourself and throw yourself into the nearest fucking pond.
You know why they do that?
Fucking
You know why these people do that? Because they're just pissed off that
they're
they fucking
boomers
wasted their
in the
time.
gaming industry.
They just wasted their time. That's why they're fucking pissed off. Because, like, I
give
understand
a fuck.
it. I understand it, but it's just don't carry on about it because you've already done it anyway. You can't get it back. There's no point.
Throw yourself headfirst into a fucking pond. The hot fix.
Just seeing this person just fucking out the front of like a Chinese restaurant, just straight in there with the fucking koi fish, and the koi fish are just like, what the fuck is this dude doing? And he's just anyway.
Don't fucking try and dress up a koi fish as something anything other than a carp. Let's be fucking honest here. Destiny 2 hotfix 2.5.2 is going live on Tuesday, August 13th. Monday, there is no the background maintenance will begin. No downtime is expected. 2 p.m. on Monday. Background maintenance is expected to conclude. Tuesday, August 13th, the maintenance will begin. 9:45, Destiny 2 will be brought offline. 10 a.m., Destiny 2 will be brought back online. 2.5.2 will begin rolling out across all platforms and regions. 10 a.m. PDT, Destiny 2 maintenance is expected to conclude. So, PlayStation players, will see you on fucking Wednesday evening Australian time.
The other thing that I saw through the week is that the Destiny Shadowkeep install is up to 150 gig on Steam. It's fucking.
Wait, but is that's not just Shadowkeep though? Is
no, that's everything. But you got to download it all again.
Yeah,
you've got to download everything to move across.
When can you start downloading it?
I don't know. But people are like, on PlayStation, it's going to be a little bit smaller, but not much. And it's going to basically force people to wipe their entire drives because PlayStation does that thing where it needs the entire partition file and then the same space again to be able to install it.
I tell you what, the best
fucking 2019 people.
An SSD into the PlayStation. If a fucking dumb like me can do it, you can literally do it. It's like two fucking screws, and you just make sure you buy the right drive and done. One plug, two
highly
screws.
I highly recommend just getting a fucking Western Digital, not an ad, legitimately just a Western Digital AC powered external hard drive, and just use that as your install file. Then you don't have to worry about fucking around with modding anything. You just have to worry about the cushion time. That is so fucking big. That is such a big fucking.
I mean,
download.
it is. That is. It is a pain.
Not even
if you upgrade to an SSD, your load times are quicker as well, especially with your inventory and that.
Oh, fuck. If you're worried about load times, just go to PC. You fucking.
Yeah, not everyone has fucking $2,000 to drop on a PC, so we don't remember that. I know it's easy enough for us to say this shit, but. I'm just trying to be friendly to people. I don't know why. I'm turning over a new leaf.
I'm anyway. Not. I don't give a fuck. They are retiring referrer friend.
Excuse me, I would like some external time. I fucking need more time.
Please give me some external time, sir.
Fuck, if I could just get like 3 hours a week on top of the fucking where I didn't have any commitments, I'd be fucking. I'm gonna probably just sleep.
They are retiring refer a friend. I'm not sure how many people actually did the refer a friend program.
I don't even know what it is.
But yeah, that's that emblem that I never take off my Titan, the blue one.
What do you mean? How did you refer a friend?
I referred 2 friends to Destiny. Neither of them I speak to anymore.
I was going to say who.
Who else is your friends apart from us?
Yeah, who else puts up with your fucking shit? All right, cool. Well, that's about a wrap for the 12 this week. Is there anything in on Shackle's fucking incredibly useful website there, Slothy?
I highly recommend going and checking this out. Hey, www.destinyroundup.com. Thank you, Shackle Shotgun, for writing this up and doing all the work. You're an absolute gem. Guys, make sure you go check her out on Twitter, twitter.com/Shackle Shotgun. And that is destinyroundup.com once again. There are some new launch window articles. Luke Smith tweeting about Shadowkeep. Cross-save. Steam launch occurs alongside Shadowkeep. I hope that there's a pre-download.
You'd think there'd have to be. And given it's a completely separate system, I don't see why they couldn't be.
I know, but some games on the Steam release have not had a preload system, which is interesting.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's giving me the
Well,
anxiousness.
you guys have 100 down and 50 up. Fuck, I've got 25 down. Take me 3 times as long.
Yeah, but a game's not fun when you get in there and you're the only fucking cunt standing there because all your friends are still downloading it. It's like, oh, I guess I'll just hang out and wait for everyone else to download it because I want to play the missions with me mates. Fuck.
You know what? I was thinking about this. I wish that I hope the European aerial zone is used again as a permanent zone.
There's a lot of effort gone into it. I mean, and I'm not talking shit about not talking shit about like the verdant forest and things like that, but they were assets that were sort of slightly modified, right? Like it was the infinite forest with flowers or the infinite forest in the dark or whatever. I think this is a different beast. I'd be very surprised if we don't see this and this more often. I mean, I'm hoping that we see this come the dawning and it's just fucking snowing, right? It's snowing in the air. Whatever. This is the stupid seasonal place that we get to go and fuck around. I hope that that's what it is. If it doesn't become a place that we can go all the time, provided they give us a reason to do so. I think that's always the thing Destiny's struggled with. We've got a million places to go. When you think about like the arcology and shit like that on Titan, we never really go there.
We've got so many places to go, but we
man.
don't use it again. Yeah.
Yep.
You don't have to masterwork the Solstice sets to pick up the 2.0 versions in Shadowkeep.
You'll
have to wait until Shadowkeep to see what Armor 2.0 is like, or the reveal streams. You're not losing any Year 2 armor sets. They're always looking to improve spawning in the Crucible with 12 Guardians flying around at high speeds, especially those maps that are made for 8 and not 12. It's definitely tough to find a good spawn spot. So I understand the pain that people feel there.
I've noticed it a bit more of late.
A permanent location.
I'm not sure if you guys have, but I've noticed it a little bit more of late that I seem to be seeing people spawn in more. I don't know whether something's changed or whether I'm moving around quicker or what. But
you're alive more.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably it.
No, look, I'm not even taking the piss. Your fucking gameplay's improved, so you're alive more, so you're seeing more spawns.
Yeah, I feel bad when I do kill them, but I never just don't kill them.
I don't. Fuck them.
That wouldn't have any mercy on me.
The Tribute Hall is a permanent location. Feedback to allow mat stacks to exceed 999 has been passed along. Uncommon and rare Solstice armors will become ornaments in Shadowkeep. They're adjusting Mountaintop Quest. They're adjusting the Mountaintop Quest. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, just check. Honestly, guys, go and check out the Destiny Roundup.
I think that's the choice cards.
I do not do it justice. I do not do it justice. I legitimately don't. She does really, really good work. Make sure again, DestinyRoundup.com and Shackle Shotgun on Twitter, twitter.com/Shackle Shotgun. Thank you very much, Shackle. You're a gem. Right.
Outstanding. All right, Matty. Do you want to talk about your little theory that we were briefly discussing before we went live?
Yeah.
What's the video this week, Matt? We like to do this, give everyone a little bit of a preview.
And by preview, I mean actually summarize, it's another half an hour video in 10 minutes.
Oh, another half an hour. Fucking hell.
I haven't got half an hour, man. Can we...
Well, could you condense it in 30 seconds?
Bullet points, please.
Yeah. I could condense any good theory can be condensed into a literal sentence. Anyway, look, the Black Garden raid. I was like, I can't remember what happened with the Black Garden, right? In fact, no one does. Do you realize that this is like, we could get the conclusion to the fucking D1 campaign with Shadowkeep?
Yeah, we were talking about this on I can't remember whether we were talking about it on the podcast or not, but we were definitely talking about it. That like 4 years later, Bungie will turn around to all the people who wrote mean-spirited reviews of Destiny 1 when it dropped and went, ha!
Destiny has no story. Yeah, it did. Just took 5 years for it to come true.
Yeah, we're just playing the fucking MCU long game. Anyway,
yeah. So look, the Black Garden, right? What did you guys know about it? What do you remember about the Black Garden?
I remember shooting the shit out of the Black Heart thing. Honestly, you're right in that. Like, I'm absolutely of that thing where I know it was a big thing that we did in Destiny 1, but literally after running my 3 Xbox characters through it, I've never really given it another thought. Like it was like this overarching thing of, we need to stop the Vex. Was it the Vex that were in there? I can't even fucking
Yeah,
remember.
it was. It was all the different Vex, right, from all the
Yeah.
different timelines. It was the Soul Progeny,
Yeah, but wasn't
which
it?
were the
Weren't they trying to do something with the darkness that was they'd meant? Isn't that what the orb of shit, big black orb
Well,
of shit that was there
yeah,
was?
the Black Heart. Well, they were worshipping it, right? They were worshipping the Black Heart, and
Yeah.
we didn't really know why. It was just sort of said that it was something powerful, and they couldn't understand it, and they, due to their
Such a fuckwit. Anyway.
Sorry, mate. That was I didn't even try to do that one. That just fucking came out.
you know what that reminds me of? You know the Step Brothers interview, and they're like sitting there in tuxedos, and one of them farts like tomato. There's like tomatoes. Like, I'm sorry, it just came out.
Yeah, we are basically that, but a podcast form, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, so
Sloth's vaping.
look, if you remember back to like D1, it is heavily referred to that the Black Heart, you know, it is the darkness essentially, and then they definitely moved away from that as being lore. But because they're really comfortable with the darkness now, I actually think we're actually going to loop back to that original definition that this is the darkness at the heart of the Black Garden. And it's going to explain a bit more about the Black Garden. But what I totally forgot about is when Forsaken came along, we actually got the Forsaken Prince lore book is in two halves, essentially, like thematically. And the first part of it is actually when Prince Uldren is like the first awoken in the Black Garden. Well, actually, we don't know that for sure, but no one is really allowed to go in there, and Queen Mara's soul restricts it. And it's really interesting because when you read the very first entry, Prince Uldren is like a completely different character. Like his personality, he's like joking around. He goes up to like his friend is like, Jolden, my man. Can you imagine Uldren saying,
No.
Yo, what's up, my man?
My man.
That's how the book starts, right? And so he goes into the Black Garden on Mars through the same portal, through the same Vex gate, and has, you know, sees all the roses and the garden, and talks about in D1, the Vex's birthplace was always described as the Vex's birthplace, and it gives a little bit more clarity on that. It says that their birthplace as in being baptized. So it's like they weren't born there, they were reborn there. And that's sort of, for me, they're really trying to separate like the Vex from the Black Garden. The Black Garden's its own entity, and the Vex are its own entity. The Vex worshipped whatever was in there. I actually think they're going to start doubling down on it being the darkness and being one of the quotes is I can't remember who said it. It might have been Uldren or it might have been his friend. Is that the Black Garden is the antithesis of the Traveler. So the Black Garden to the darkness is what the Traveler is to the light, almost, and the Black Heart. The reason why I wanted to go into Uldren is because if you look at the first half of his book, the second half of his book is when he revives Fikra, and he now has the darkness in his eyes. So the theory that I have come up with and sort of trying to come to is like, we never realized how Uldren was corrupted, obviously, in Forsaken, is that he may have picked up something in the Black Garden, and that's why his personality has changed. There's been this corruption over the years until Forsaken came about, because they get to this point in the Black Garden when they talk about it seeding the darkness almost in their characters. So they find this cabal which have all these seeds planted in, and it's like it's the most horrific fucking description of a character ever. They describe his head. The cabal's head is a pitted texture of strawberry. And
gross.
I know, right? It's so and Uldren's like, don't you see the gardens planted secrets in him? They grew in him. The garden grew its secrets in him. So this idea of being infected by the Black Garden, and then Uldren comes out and he basically is having massive hallucinations, like just batshit crazy hallucinations. So one of the things that I'm sort of trying to suggest is I wonder whether Uldren was infected by the Heart of Darkness, by the Dark Seed in the Black Garden. And that's what led to his corruption in Forsaken. And we haven't seen, Uldren's obviously been killed. The darkness left him, but there's all that sort of potential there. Well, yeah, his eyes cleared up anyway when he opened the portal to the for Riven,
and the big nutsack came out.
He held like the shard, and all the darkness came from his eyes. So, but it was really interesting that you have a single lore book, and the first half of the lore book is Uldren going to the Black Garden, and the second half of the lore book is Uldren being corrupted by the darkness. And so it's like, why did they put those? And when I first read it, I was like, this is so weird to put these massive, because all the other books are,
they make sense.
To put them together.
Yeah. It seems like two unrelated stories in the one book, but when you're kind of looking at it the way we're looking at it now, it's definitely potentially not anyway.
And then when you look at it as a whole, you step back a bit. The very first line of the book is Jolden, my man. It's Uldren talking like that. And then if you read the very last line, it's like he's completely fucked. And he's like reviving Fikrul, and he's like against the Awoken, and he's like, corrupt. So I'm like, is this the story of
when did he go into the Black Garden? Is there any? Do we know that?
It was, well, it's obviously before Destiny 1 because they knew about it before D1. So sometime before D1, there might be a little clue in there somewhere of like the chronology of it. I can't remember off the top of my head. There could be a little hint in there about what timeline it was on, but it was a long time ago. But the reason why I get to that point is Uldren basically says that the heart was a seed, that the heart of Black God was a seed planted by something.
Yeah, in a Cabal's face.
Yeah, and then it sort of grows.
I don't want that, man. If they're going to fucking depict that in game, I'm going to kill those things with extreme prejudice. That just sounds so gross.
Yeah. So that is that's my theory. That's for
So do you think we're going to get
tomorrow?
Do you think we're going to get two sort of tangential lines with Shadowkeep, in that we'll get the main campaign and the story being centered around Eris and the Moon, and the raid being maybe an aside that has something to do with Uldren, who we know is alive and kicking around somewhere.
I would love for something to come back in with Uldren. I think that could be a way, because he's the only other person that's been there, I think, apart from us. Maybe Marasov as well, because she knows a lot about the heart of the Black Garden. But it makes more sense that when you read it back, that they start to separate the Black Garden from the Vex. It's not just a Vex place. The Vex were just trying to take the power from there. Yeah, exactly, and control it. Because, it's like likely going to be a Hive DLC with Shadowkeep. So the Black Garden needs to be its own entity. And then you combine with my Osiris. Remember the comic book Osiris?
Yep.
The darkness will rise and choose its champions. It's pretty much the scene from Destiny 1 where the Black Heart, the darkness, chose the Vex champions, empowered them to fight us. So I'm imagining we're going to make a full loop back to D1 nostalgia of the darkness, and they're just going to be more transparent with this time the darkness choosing its champions, bringing them to life, fighting them, and hopefully we'll work out what's happening in the Black Garden.
Do you see that being something that's also extending to the Moon then? Because we're seeing that in the Moon.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how it's going to link to the Moon, actually.
I mean, could we be? I don't know. It seems there's a real strong line there between the two, right?
The Black Garden is nowhere. It's the only reason we went to Mars for it is because that's how the Vex
was where the
made
gate was. Yeah.
Into it. Yeah. So the Black Garden doesn't technically exist anywhere.
I mean, we've got a Crucible map in it, as Mr. Dino Games has said in chat. We kind of just get in there and fuck around.
Oh yeah, we got the Pantheon, and we also did the when they brought in the Night Ranger,
Yep. Night
you know
Stalker.
what I mean?
Night
Night
Stalker.
Stalker. Yeah. We went and found the Ranger in there, or the the previous that fucking owed Cade money. It's like if you find him, he's dead.
It's started with a T.
Tevis.
Tevis?
Is it
Yeah,
Tevis?
Tevis, I think.
He's
I
a
think it was
cheap trick,
Tevis.
whoever he was.
Yeah.
Pay the man back.
So-
All right, I'm going to
and-
open the chat up. So if everyone's got points that they want to discuss, throw them at us now because
And this is the other thing, right? Oh, I almost forgot. This is the kicker. Okay, absolute kicker. So, do you remember the Osiris weapons, right? Curse of Osiris
yeah,
that you put into the forge, and you got,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
were numbered, and they were the lost prophecies. Have you ever gone back and read them now with hindsight? What they talk about?
no. I try
Okay,
to
so-
honestly, Matt. I've been trying to delete that part of my life.
I know. But just okay, remember this, right? Remember that was in that DLC was when the Telesto Lore tab had the secret message in it.
Oh, you fucking kidding?
Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, after everything I've just told you about the Black Garden,
Yeah.
right? And this, I haven't seen this anywhere, so I'm pretty excited to share it. Someone will be like, "Oh, I fucking came up with that ages ago." But anyway, look, two siblings cleaved by time and space, reflections never found alone. The ending of the Eldritch race, a path long seen but never known. And this is from Garden Progeny 1. Two siblings, Prince Uldren,
Yeah.
Marisol, cleaved by time and space. Black Garden is not known to any time and space. Reflections never found alone. I don't know, man. That could be like Shadowkeep stuff. That could be nightmares, shadows, shadow reflections, that kind of stuff. But this is where it gets really interesting. So we know this is about the Black Garden, and the other prophecies have been correct because then he goes on to talk about the Red War, talks about the waking of the Traveler. So Osiris is on a roll with these being correct. So this should technically be correct. The ending of the Eldritch race. This is like the only lore entry ever that mentions Eldritch race. It is not mentioned anywhere else.
Is it referring to the
So-
Awoken? Because that's like elves, right? Eldritch, isn't that the?
I don't know what Eldritch means.
I'm gonna look it up. Give me a fucking sec. What the fuck is Eldritch?
Eldritch flies from the hills.
It's a fucking Ed Guy song. It's in an Ed Guy song.
A path long seen but never known. A path long seen but never known. Oh, I don't know.
That's fucking
But this
interesting,
shit,
though.
when you read all the other, so okay, this other thing, right? So it's called Garden Progeny.
It means strange or unearthly, Eldritch.
So awoken are unearthly.
Yeah, yeah.
They're always
100%.
It
And they're
could be that.
cleaved with the cleaved by time and space. Where my mind jumped to was how they were created.
That's true as well.
Yeah.
That's true as well. No, so the reason why this one's about the Black Garden, I can actually find another entry that says the first 5 lost prophecies. The first is about the Black Garden. So it confirms that this prophecy is about the Black Garden. So it has to be along that line. And that's what makes it interesting because they also mention the Eldritch race, which we've never seen before or know about. And we know that this prophecy is about the Black Garden. But
Yeah, and the
It's
heavy
also-
allusion to Mara and
and
Uldren.
Mara and Uldren, right? So this is why I'm thinking this is like if this
what,
comes
hang on,
true,
what does it say again? Does it say siblings?
two siblings cleaved by time and space.
Like,
Because you could say cleaved because Uldren got corrupted in the Black Garden. And this is like the beginning of him being separated from his sister. Because the other thing the book goes into is how he gets super jealous of Marisol as it goes along and he wants more power from it. So you could say that they've been cleaved by time and space as he's been cleaved by his experience in the Black Garden, which is not in time and space.
I can think of another 2 siblings that might fit the description though too. If you look at Savathun and Zibu Arath in the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, cleaved by time and space. I don't know. Cleave. sword logic. I guess it's
So,
a
yeah,
stretch, but makes less sense.
The other thing that's interesting, so it's called garden progeny, and progeny is descendant, right? So this verse is about the descendant of the Black Garden. And it says, two siblings cleaved by time and space. And then it goes, the ending of the Eldritch race. So it's either the Awoken are the Eldritch race, and we're going to see them wiped out of some sort, or Uldren is a descendant of the Black Garden, which would make sense because he technically was the seed that continued on because we destroyed the Black Heart. So his darkness continued on for a while.
Yeah.
Now it's ended. I don't know.
Well, it didn't end. He sort of fucking transmissed it, right? He gave it out. It was drawn out of him. It didn't just fuck off. But, It's funny because sitting and thinking is not great podcast material.
Who gives a fuck?
It's really all I want to do at the moment because it's fucking hell. I don't know.
The other quote, right, is so in those same books I was talking about, right, where the first half is the Black Garden, the second half is Uldren. Remember that Uldren's got the darkness in his eyes, right? Like that's how it's sort of visually indicated. This is what one of the quotes says. The itch in his eyes resumes, and he discovers that he has a new desire, a new thing he fiercely wants. So
it's steering him. So
it's interesting that once again, like they're before they confirmed that he had this corruption, they're talking about this thing in his eyes.
Steering and right. Well, it's funny because like playing through Forsaken, I assumed it was like Riven or whatever behind his behavior, but maybe not. It speaks to a fucking way bigger plot that we kind of had didn't know anything about at the time. So
the rebuttal is there are two in-game quotes that I know of where it's Mara speaking to Uldren, but it's Riven Mara speaking to Uldren. And you know when she's getting particularly nasty, she's like, they stomped you down. I come in, they crushed you, and she also says, and they took you. As in, like, he'd been taken and you've come back. So I've always sort of thought that when Uldren was battling the Awoken, because we know that he was in the ships on that like fleet, and then he crash landed on Mars, because he partially escaped, he was impacted by Oryx's like shockwave, because that's Oryx's like taken shockwave, just like how Marasov was taken and went into his throne world. Some of that darkness like seeped into Uldren as he escaped, and that's where his corruption started. And then Riven just took advantage of Uldren having this increased darkness already to like build it up to abuse it to like be free from the Awoken. So that's definitely the rebuttal to like, where did Uldren's darkness start?
Man, I think either of
when he was fucking born.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of easy to see it that way because he's such a douche. But,
but I mean, I totally forgot that he apparently wasn't always a douche. This wasn't always his personality, and I find that's probably that's
a big throw. That's a big spanner in the works.
That's the flaming mad. That's like the flaming,
that he went into the garden and never came out the same.
For the theory, he went in and he came out completely changed. There you go. Enjoy.
There we go.
Now you don't have to watch my video to my thanks.
Good.
Fucking good. Docked you with 3 views. I was going to watch it. I always watch him. I watch him at work.
I don't.
Which is bad.
Fuck you. You put me to sleep.
All right. If you're rocking on in chat and you've got anything you want us to discuss, please throw it up now. Slothy, you were going to tell us a story about wasabi.
So I had to go to tech. I had to go to TAFE and I was living in Sydney at the time. I had to go to TAFE for a work thing. Ultimo TAFE. I was sitting there with a bunch of dudes from the battalion. I was like, "How you going? Yeah, you going all right? Yeah, nah. Sushi for lunch." And one of the fellas going, "What do you reckon it'd feel like if you snorted wasabi?"
Oh God, yeah.
Me being an absolute dumb cunt, decided to mix up a paste of wasabi and soy sauce, shove a plastic straw up my nose, and I snorted the entire lot. And it was probably about, I don't know, about that much of wasabi and soy sauce. I couldn't breathe for the better part of about 5 minutes. I couldn't smell for about 6 months.
That's why you're a Titan, my dude.
And all of it was just because of hey sloth. Yeah. You won't do it, you're scared.
Oh man, it's the one thing that brings us all unstuck, isn't it? That is
Look,
fucking
if you
insane.
want to decrease the IQ of any man, put fucking 5 men in a room and it fucking instantly goes down.
Oh
It just
yeah,
becomes that fucking
oh
pack
yeah.
mentality where it's the most dumbest shit. And you're
Whoever
like,
can do the dumbest shit is somehow the alpha.
I don't know. I don't know
I'm not
why
scared.
that's the rule, but it fucking is. One guy by himself, you make reasonable decisions. Two guys together, you can get up to a little bit of mischief. Fucking three or more, and you are doing dumb shit, and someone's getting hurt like that. And then as you get older, you just reserve that time for Bucks nights. That's the only time you ever catch up with more than three dudes at
Christ.
once is Bucks nights, and that's fucking it.
The
Yeah,
last Bucks
No,
the
let's
la-
not
the-
go on
the-
to fucking Bucks nights.
the last Bucks night I went to was about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And one of them decided to one of the, I think it was the best man, decided to go, "Hey sloth, give us your leg for a sec." I don't think I'll ever do that again, because he decided to empty a whole tin of dog food into where the stump goes, and then threw it on the lawn. And my leg disappeared down into the mouth of a Rottweiler. And any time I went near it, he either growled at me or he pissed off down the back. And this is on a fucking property just outside of town here. And I hopped over to the dog, and he's gone, "Arr!" I'm going, "Give it here." He's gone, "Nah," fucked off down next to the river. It took me 3 days to find my fucking other prosthetic leg.
Like, that is really funny, but it's also, that's super mean.
I had to be on. I was like, this is a dude I've known for nearly 20 years.
It is fucking
No.
funny, bud.
And I was standing.
That's a good
I was
idea.
standing. I was supposed to be wearing this fucking really nice suit, really nice pair of shoes, and all that sort of thing. And here's me with me fucking Canadian crutches, the fucking bottom of my pants pinned up to so like it doesn't drag on the ground. And everyone else is wearing these really nice, dress shoes and all that sort of thing. And I've got these filthy pair of crutches with stickers and shit all up the side of them. One of them says,
by a dog.
written on the side of it, "Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? Upwards, fuckwit." Written on the side of it in his wedding photo.
Oh wow. It just goes to show that we aren't the only horrible people you choose to spend time with, though. So I feel better about it.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I got to do a shout out before I forget. I just remembered.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Ascension for letting me know. Back when I very first started YouTube and I started Destiny at the same time.
Is this the tucky boner under your belt days?
This is tuck the boner under your belt days, 100%. Dude, every now and then I listen to one of those intros and fuck, it's hard. It's hard to listen to. It's so bad. Anyway, they all from the Worthy Wielders was the original clan. They all had some of them pretty good friends still, and they had a wedding, so they actually got to meet each other in person. So I was speaking to Ascension and who was there and that, and I said, "Oh, was Smash Crab there?" I remember a guy called Smash Crab, which was a great name. Um,
Hell, we're not going to get into the mechanics of explaining what that's about if you don't get it.
ask your mum.
No, but do. And then tell us how you went.
I'm just getting a message from our lawyer. Do not ask your mum what a smashed crab is.
No, do. Anyway.
I didn't intentionally mean for it to be like that, but it came out like that.
You're a grub. He tries to keep himself. He tries to keep himself a level above and fails spectacularly just about every week.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Anyway, I remember when Smash Crab gave me. He got necrochasm like the very first day. It was when you had to get the. Was it Crota's soul? What you had to get the
You had to
item
get that drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you already had to have Eidolon, and you had to update it to what was the legendary version called? No, Husk of the Pit to
Husk of the Pit to Eidolon ally to
necrochasm. So he had it, and he let me borrow his account. Yeah, Crux of Crota, that's right. And you know, that was in the days where I wasn't doing law yet. I was just throwing any shit on the wall to see what stuck. And I did weapon reviews.
Still do, cunt.
Yeah, I did weapon reviews, and I was like, this weapon's fucking dog's bollock. It's no good. And I got so much shit for it. And then like a month later, once everyone started to get it, they're like, yeah, this is pretty underwhelming. But yeah, it was interesting. And I remember, so shout out to Smash Crab. Apparently he listens to us whilst driving trucks. So if you're having a good, a good safe
How have you not had a fucking car accident yet?
He's probably just run off the road.
Shit.
If he's still going around with the name Smash Crab, I want to run with him once crossplay comes around, not cosplay. I'm definitely not cosplaying with anyone.
I thought you were going to say once Cosmo comes around. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's a good story. But did you hear Sench's speech? Did he give you any of his? Because I was talking to him last night, and he had all like these little Destiny anecdotes all the way through it. Like, I'll give you some super good advice and just crap like that. So like no Crucible 1v1s in the kitchen. Just I don't know. There was heaps of shit. He's funnier than me, but.
Yeah, they would have been like the weird guys at the wedding that were from the weird group of friends, like just all video gamers.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's all of us, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
One day, you guys will allow me to tell the cheesy Rat Pack story.
No, we're not telling that ever on the DDU. I can fucking assure you of that. My stream, fine, but not on the DDU. No fucking way, Adam. Maybe 1 week, maybe 1 week where I'm dead. And Chook takes my job and is the fucking driving force behind the DDU, and it can turn it into you and him and Sench just telling you fucking horrific armed services stories.
Oh, we'll have to get Eds in there as well. Because holy fuck.
Yeah.
Is anyone buying Call of Duty this year? I would rather slice my own foreskin off with a fucking.
I fucking guarantee you, this always happens. I always say to myself, I reckon you'll like this game. I think it's up your alley. And he'd be like, nah, fuck, I'd rather smash my dick with 2 bricks. And then,
mate, I have
3 months later, once it's not hipster to play it, he'd be like, oh, you want to play this game? I feel like it, mate.
Let me tell you something. All jokes aside, let me tell you something. I won't play this iteration of Call of Duty. Not because it's Call of Duty, it's because they're glorifying terrible acts of war as kill streaks. I refuse.
Look, I actually don't know.
I legitimately refuse. I have seen what White Foss does to people.
Yeah, but
I have seen also kill people my own two eyes.
You also kill people in video games too. So
no. But this is you know, it's not supposed to be real life. No, I know this. And there is a line. There is a line that I will not cross. And it came fucking close with Spec Ops: The Line, and I mean fucking close. And the only reason they used that mechanic in Spec Ops: The Line was to really
to talk about it, to bring it as a discussion.
Well, not to even discuss it, but to bolster on how much of a toll it takes on someone's psyche to commit a fucking war crime.
Yeah. I think that's the thing with this. I think that's the bounce back is that it's because it's not that it's in the game. Like you look at you remember Modern Warfare 1 when the nuke went off and it was fucking harrowing. It was horrible.
It was to bolster the story of the game.
Yeah, it was to service the plot and reinforce how horrible it is. This is taking something that is literally a fucking war crime and making it a reward for doing well in the game. And I think that's the part of it that I have a fucking problem with.
And that's the part. Like I have no issue with playing Call of Duty. Fuck me, I own Black Ops 4. It is video games. You're right, Hellraiser. It is video games. But there's got to be a point where
but that's like
this is my I'm not going to pass.
So like, when do you say a war crime is worse than all the other shit you do in video games?
No, and that's exactly right.
Yeah,
this is my personal
sword,
opinion, though.
Yeah.
This is my this is my personal thoughts on it. I don't expect anybody to take my personal opinion on the game.
Yeah. I mean,
like I said,
we're discussing this. We're not laying down our edict.
No, I'm not.
I bet you when he said, I just wanted to find out if you guys are playing Call of Duty, didn't expect this massive.
No, probably not. But this is the thing is that I think even Etz has seen the video that I'm referring to, but White Foss is nothing to joke about. You know,
but they're not
it's nothing to joke about.
It.
No, it's. But
I think it's
not serving as a plot device.
I agree, it's poor taste, though. I agree that
it's not serving as a plot device.
It's probably poor taste.
Especially when the devs come out through the week and say it's not a political game, but we'll use things that are currently like melting children in Syria just as a kill streak award. That's the balancing act I get at. Like, I don't think if it was in the context of fucking this is how horrible it is, then yeah. But it's the fact that it's a reward for doing well that I personally don't agree with anyway. I think that's where it's at, and they continually fucking caught controversy with these titles because it fucking sells them. You know, like it makes you go one way or other. You either go, no, it's a video game, or you go, this is fucking shit. Like, why do you need to do that? You could call it literally anything else and have it be the same mechanic. Why does it have to be White Foss? Does the reality of it really need to be there at that point? You're talking about a game where you fucking casually nuke a whole fucking arena. Like, it's stupid. Why bother? But I don't know.
It's just that. It's just that I haven't seen a nuclear explosion. I have seen what White Force does to people. It's like, yeah, as I said, Spec Ops: The Line was fucking close to the line, and if it didn't actually serve as a plot device, I would have turned the game off immediately.
Yeah.
As Ed said as well, like there was a game that came out on Steam. Jim Sterling covered it. It was fucking active shooter, and it was basically you could play as a shooter in a school. It doesn't matter if you were shooting fucking Minecraft block characters. The intent is there to show off the fact that it's a school shooting, which are fucking terrible. Now, I'm not going to get into the politics of gun control and all that sort of thing because honestly, I don't know enough about it. That's it. I know a lot of Americans watch this show. Not going to get into it. Not going to reply to you on Twitter. Not going to fucking reply to you on YouTube. I'm not going to fucking talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it.
I just want to know why there isn't a fucking kill streak that gets 30 to 50 wild hogs on the battlefield. That's where I fucking need this to go. That's what I want. The fucking 25 kill streak, just fucking wild hogs everywhere. And if you can't protect your children,
the dogs of war. The pigs of war. The hogs of war.
Just to end on a good note. If you want to go out and buy COD and play it,
yeah, more power to you.
Fantastic. More power to you.
We're not judging you.
That is what you enjoy. You're not going to go and play COD and then go and fucking shoot up a school or go and do that because the mainstream.
You're not going to go fucking drop white phosphorus in people, are you?
Well, the mainstream media would like to get people who are my age and older to believe that that's what's going to happen.
That's a bigger issue right now.
That's a fucking bigger issue.
Did you see the
just
cracker through the week?
game?
Did you see
What?
the cracker through the week where they came out and said survival game Rust helps Canadian fugitives survive, and then 2 hours later they've been found dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or,
did a good job, didn't it? You fucking idiots.
DayZ has been banned in Australia
Yes.
because you can get drugs in the game, or fucking Fortnite posters have been banned in Walmart because it's all about violent guns and all that sort of thing. Walmart sell guns, but sure, you've solved gun control.
I don't
Fantastic.
know.
Well
I
done,
don't
America.
know if it's photoshopped or not, or if it was a legitimate sort of display mistake that someone didn't change like the banner on top of the display, but it was like be a school hero, and then underneath it was the gun
assault
rack.
rifles. Back to
And you're
school
like,
year.
Good job, Walmart. You're fucking banning Fortnite posters, and you got a fucking gun rack in your shop.
Oh, man.
Mate, at the end of the day, this is not the place to have this conversation. We could
Yeah,
start
we
another
am.
podcast where we can talk up all that sort of shit. But back to the original,
What was
back to the
like-
original point.
Yeah, I mean,
Back to the
it does
original
raise
point. Like,
a
not-
very valid point. Darbin's raises a good point in that I haven't seen like a heap of kids just running around building fucking shoddy structures with plywood in my neighborhood. So Anyway.
hold on. I've just got Bunnings in the line. They've said they've sold fucking 5,000 more % of their cubby houses due to Fortnite.
and trampolines are going through the fucking roof.
The general consensus is that, like, no joke, all jokes aside and all that sort of piss, just because I condemn a game, I not condemn a game, I won't play a game because of certain content inside of it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't. Doesn't mean that I condemn the game. It doesn't mean that I condemn the media as a whole. And that goes for the three of us as well.
I'm actually
Anyway,
I'll go so far as to say with COD, I'm actually fucking annoyed that they've done this crap because I was looking forward to it because I loved Modern Warfare 2 when it came out. Like
I thought
that's
it
where
would've
I'm
been
at. Like it was kind of like for me, I was like, fuck, why? But anyway, let's not labor on that. Yeah, as Sol says, we're having a discussion here. We're not fucking laying down the law.
Yeah. This is how we talk about it. We got different opinions.
Another like a less of an opinion piece and more of a bit of news. If you missed my tweet, or if you missed it in the Discord or in the DDU Discord, I unfortunately will not be attending PAX Oz this year. I've had some family issues come up, and it's basically drained my account. So I will not be making the trip down there.
I'm going to be down there with an iPad strapped to my chest with Sloth on FaceTime for the whole time. He'll even be coming to the toilet with me. So there's that. Be a true Dr. Disrespect moment and just fucking Sloth filming people in the toilet from my chest. There we go.
I really listen. I know that we're mates, but fuck, man, I don't want to see your dick. Okay.
Yeah, man, you don't.
Happy birthday, Blood of a Valkyrie. Fantastic, dude. I will not be making the trip down there. My family, my brother is going through some addiction issues, so I have to deal with that first. And then
family first, man.
Maybe next year, maybe next year I might be able to make it down there. We'll see how we go. But that is what's happening. I've already made the decision. If I can transfer my PAX badge to log, I will. If not, we'll see how we go. Anyway.
Have we covered off on everything? Have we talked ourselves to a fucking standstill?
I mean,
is anyone IRL streaming PAX? It won't be me. I like my data too much.
Yeah. Escape from Tarkov. Getting the Unreal update, Matty.
When?
Soon. TM.
Tarkov down
moving from Unity. You're moving from Unity to Unreal, which is pretty fucking unreal.
Mate, I have a love-hate fucking relationship with that game. Like, you get a bit of gear out. It's actually like a drug. You get a bit of gear out. You're like, fuck, I love this game. It's so good. And you gear up and you just get headshot immediately and lose everything straight away. You're like, fuck this game.
Or you go in fucking buck ass naked, You have a fucking pistol.
Yes.
You have a fucking
Yes.
PM
Come
and
out
3
and kid
mags.
to the fucking eyeballs.
It's PM and 3 mags. You come across a fucking massive fucking gunfight. You take out whoever's left and all that sort of shit. Blah, 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 blah. And then you get all this gear and you're like, fuck yeah, we're going to labs. And you go to labs and you're fully geared up. You got all the fucking tier 4 armor. You've got the helmet with the fucking 6-inch fucking plexiglass visor and all that sort of thing.
Literally,
And you go in and you fucking, you're like checking corners. You're like, oh yeah, fucking bang. And you're dead. One shot.
Can I pull out a direct quote from the Book of Sloth? No one cares, can't.
No one cares, can't.
Just before Slothy, I've spawned in 3 times as a scav with a fucking lab key card. 3 times now.
Amazing.
Over only 2 days.
That is amazing.
It's truth.
Has Bungie delayed the DLC because of the Borderlands 3 release? Shadow, no. They have. I'm guessing that
people are happy about it though, because fuck, I've got a bit more time now.
Oh shit, yeah. Right? But no, they have not. They have not delayed. I can guarantee you right now that if they've delayed for the Borderlands 3 release and they haven't told anyone, and when Shadowkeep releases and it's in a buggy state, then we'll know that it was because of Borderlands 3. If Shadowkeep releases in a really good state, they pushed it back for bug fixes. But I am 92.46% sure that they push the DLC release back because of bug fixes, because they've also pushed back the Steam release. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Solid?
agree.
Cool.
Yep. I agree.
All right. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we've sort of covered most of everything.
I think we're done here.
I think we're done here.
I think we're done here. All right, I'm going to play some empowering music and Sloth can do his.
Yeah, I'm just going to fucking mute you because you annoy me.
Doesn't matter. It's on the episode.
I can't fucking hear you, mate. I've already muted you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We are the Destiny Down Under podcast. I almost said we are Real Time Sloth. All 3 of us. That's not ideal. Definitely not ideal. No, we are the Destiny Down Under podcast. If you are watching live, thank you for being part of the studio audience. Hopefully, we can check you. You can check us out again next week. I will not be around next week, or we may do, depending on whether we do a Friday or a weekend stream. If we do a Friday stream, then I'll be about. If not, then you might have a guest on and all that sort of thing. But,
guests,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Yeah, I know, right? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
I knew you didn't mute me.
Yeah. I did actually, but yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you are listening on Spotify, thank you for your continued support. And shout out to Smash Crab. Good on you, mate. Don't crash your truck. And if you're on YouTube, if we've missed anything, or if you have any questions, queries, doubtful points, let us know in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe and the fucking bell. But you won't get any notifications because YouTube is a big pile of shit.
You're an odd man.
Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Let us know on Twitter at DDU_podcast, at Realtime Sloth, at Lookout Slave, at Mylan Games. And until next time, just don't be a cunt.
That's it. That's yeah. All right.
The law, the law will find you. It will be in your mother's smashed crab.
We're gonna go to raid T1 right now. Hang on, I'll type the command in wrong. Shit. All right, go pay me a visit. Say good day, and we are out of here. Holy fucking crap, Matt, that was atrocious.
Your mum smashed crab.
Oh.
Your vagina looks like a mandarin kicked open with a steel-toed boot.
I haven't turned the thing off yet, so you've just explained to everyone what it is.
Yeah.
Bye.